introduction. So I'm Chintal Raval from IT department, working in Charosat since 3 years. Um, Overall, I have experience of 7 years. I'm pursuing my PhD, which is just about to get over from now. And I have done MTech and BTech in information technology. PhD I'm doing in CSC, artificial intelligence and pharmacovigilance. Okay, it is interdisciplinary with the pharmacy department. So this was my short introduction. I want to share a few rules with you students. Okay, regarding how you and me can work in a harmonious harmony. Okay, so every student just keep in mind that I am turning on the meeting link at 11 o'clock. I expect my students to join the lecture until 11:15. Okay. So this link was turned on 5 minutes before your lecture. I was expecting that you people join my lecture until 11:10, but still I waited for 5 minutes. That is first time you people now will not know. See, from the next time onwards, what I'm going to do that if people you will not be joining until 11 or 15, then I will lock the meeting. No more students will be allowed over here. And another thing is that I will not allow you for the next lecture also. So you have to be on time for the AI lecture. You have to be available from 11 o'clock to 11:15 and join the lecture without any delay. Otherwise, you will be locked out of the meeting. And second thing, you will also be not permitted for the next lecture. Okay. So I'm having the attendance of 58 students today who were present in the lecture on time. And these students, I don't need any reasons, but the rest of the students, I will filter it out from this, and they have to think or they have to give the reason that why they joined the meeting late, why they were not on time. So I'm very stricter about the joining lecture on time attendance in my class. According to the university norms, you people have to maintain 70% attendance in lab and lectures. Okay, so if you are not joining the lecture on this time, or if you are not joining the lecture, you are absent on this lecture, you are probably before the next lecture you should be conveying me that I was absent in this lecture because of this reason. Otherwise you will be not allowed for the next lecture also, and so the cycle continues. Okay, so this is a very basic and a strict rule, because from 5th semester onwards we would like to have our students to develop a professional behavior and attitude. Because if you are not going to develop a professional behavior and attitude at this point of time, next year when you will be appearing for the companies for the placement process, these things will not be incorporated into you next year also. So right from the fifth year, fifth semester, and being a training and placement representative, I enforce that all my students attend the lecture on time, be attentive in the lecture. Okay. For the attentiveness in the lecture, if you are, I will pick any one of you. I will ask the question. If you are not answering, then you're clearly absent in this lecture. Okay. That is what is going to happen. So you have to be attentive during the lecture. Be responsive during the lecture. Attend the lecture on time, otherwise you will be locked out of the meeting. Second thing, if you are absent before the next lecture of mine, you people have to let me know that I was absent in your lecture due to this reason. Otherwise, what is going to happen? That I will not allow you for the next lecture also. So consecutively, your 2 lectures you will be absent. Okay, that is what going to be happen. Am I clear with everyone? Somebody needs to say something. Somebody, anybody needs to say something about this. Very good then. So first thing today, let's start our AI journey from with some ice-breaking activity, that is that let me get you aware with what is your syllabus, how I'm going to evaluate as a subject coordinator of artificial intelligence. Okay, this subject since 3 years I'm taking in the same institute over here, and last 5 years in the other institute. Okay, so this is a consistent subject of mine since 7 years. I'm taking it, also pursuing my PhD in this. So this is a well-versed subject of mine. I'm just getting you know that what you can expect from artificial intelligence this semester, plus how I'm going to evaluate you this semester. There, there will be a time that as you people are studying with me for the first time, so my teaching technique, it will take a time for you to get used to it. But I would always invite feedback from your side. So you have to give me the feedback that somewhere we are not comfortable with your teaching technique. Will you just try to explain this thing in a different manner that is very uh, comfortable with me? And as it is an open communication, you can directly tell what is wrong if you are not liking the thing. If you don't like the thing, me telling you about the attendance or anything, you can just tell me, we can sort it out. But this is my point of view for my students to have a professional behavior and attitude as professional as I am. So I don't say, I'm not telling you nothing that which I'm not following. Okay. I tend to be on time. Okay. I tend to don't miss the lectures. You will hardly find that Chintal ma'am is on leave or anything. So same kind of attitude I expect from my students that they also do. So if you are absent in my lecture and saying that me that I was absent due to a family function in my a family function at my home, that is clearly not acceptable. If you the same thing, if you are going to tell at some place you are working, then they are going, also not going to accept it, because it's your family function. Your family knows that you are studying in third year, you are having lectures from 9:30 to 4:30 or 2:30. So if the function is at home, they can arrange the function for you at 3 or 4 o'clock. Okay, so that is, I don't think so that even at this age I can avoid few social functions that to gain some knowledge or to teach my students or for work. Then at your age it is completely possible to have a develop professional behavior. You all, you can tell your parents that I'm having a lecture, it's very important, I might not be able to come on time, I will be late, etc. So that reason of family functions and any marriage, and that is clearly not acceptable. Health is acceptable. I'm not feeling well, that can be acceptable, because considering the situation, anyone can be sick and they might not feel well for attending the lecture, so that is valid. That is towards a professional. But that doesn't mean that you get sick 4 times a week and I will allow you for that. And I will just, if you ask your seniors, I can remember its students with its roll number and its characteristics. So ask your CSC seniors also. Still, I remember with their roll numbers as they were in offline mode, and they know me well that this is not the case with me, that I won't remember a single thing that is shared by you. It will always be remembered by me. Okay, and looking at your impression today, eh, I am seriously not expecting CSC students to be like this, that they get late for the lecture. It is seriously not acceptable for the students like you. You people have very worked hard in your 12th standard to get grades and get admission over here in a very reputed institute. Your behavior would be like very much mature to the other students from other branches. You people are very hardworking, so this was not expectation of mine, because CSC students would do like this. But still, it's a first day, let us not stretch it too much. So I will upload a folder, A to Z folder, in this classroom. Okay, you can have a glimpse of that folder. I will take you a tour of your syllabus, then how I'm going to evaluate you, and for each particular portion how much marks you will be carrying it out, that will be shown to you. Okay, and meanwhile, if you have any query and if you want any changes, so just raise your hand and we can discuss it out. Today's lecture is all about how you are going to learn and evaluated in this particular subject. See, there is a folder, this AI. Okay, your subject code is 341 CS341, and this will be the folder I will be providing you. Each and every folder is filled with the material that you want, and you want to have information regarding your subject. Okay, so every folder would be having, say, this would be having lecture notes written by me or some I have collected previously. Every folder is having information. Okay, my PPTs, everything would be here for you to have a reference. So my work is in lecture is to teach you, and material is already provided to you. It's up to you to access this and get what you need. Okay, so meanwhile in the semester I would not like to tell these students tell me that, ma'am, please give us PPTs and all, because as everything is shared with you already, your question bank, previous years papers, everything is over here. Okay, unit wise question bank is prepared and it is over here. It is up to you and you have to accept it. Now my work is to provide you the data I have provided. Now whatever you want from this, you have to access it on yourself. Okay, so MCQs, even everything is placed over here. Okay, so even previous year papers are placed over here year wise. So I would not like be telling you that, ma'am, I want question papers, and then I have to write the message. It is already over here. Assignments are there, lab manual, solution is there. Okay, even my handwritten notes are also I am providing you every time. Okay, so this is all over here. You have to access it on yourself. Okay, let's talk about your syllabus. See, we two faculties are going to take this subject. Okay, first one is me and second one is Dr. Chirag Patel sir. Okay, um, you are having 3 lectures per week, out of which 2 lectures will be taken by Dr. Chirag Patel sir and 1 lecture will be taken by me. Okay, then you will be having 2 hours of practical session. So in and all, you have 5 hours and 150 marks of your subject. Okay, in which 100 marks is of theory and 50 marks of practical, and the subject credit is of 4. So compared to the other subject, credit is quite low. Okay, then total you are having 7 units. Okay, which units I will be covering and what is its importance, and other units I'll just share you that which units will be covered with Chirag Patel sir. Okay, so first unit is Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. It's itself a 5 to 6 chapters from your textbook, and I guess it is having a highest weightage of 20%. Okay, so your first sessional exam, the period until your first sessional exam, will be dedicated to this chapter, and this will be taken by me. So this is a very important chapter. In university exams, you will find that this chapter is having the highest weightage. So if you're not concentrating on this chapter, you will lose a lot of your marks during the exam, because from this section, theoretical questions are asked less and calculative questions will be asked more, even in different sets also. Okay, so this chapter you need to prepare very well, and this is a very basic. It will lay a foundation for you in machine learning. If each algorithm you study very attentively and concentrate and have an in-depth knowledge, then you will be able to understand those algorithms which are in machine learning. So I insist that not take this chapter as lightly, because most of the university paper will be from this chapter. The second chapter is logic and programming languages. So first one that is Prolog, and second one is this Python. So this chapter will be covered by me and Chirag sir during your lab session. As Prolog is also a programming language, Python is also a programming language. What we need to do is that we need to teach you these things in your lab sessions, not over here. Okay, as a practical approach to this unit is what we both consider is a very good one. Knowledge representation. Again, this chapter will be taken by me. Okay, as it is having a direct link with your chapter 1. I cannot break the link and I have to take this chapter. Reasoning. Reasoning will be taken by Dr. Chirag Patel sir. Okay. Weak slot and pillar structure, game playing. So game playing and pillar structures will be taken by me. Planning will be taken by Dr. Chirag Patel sir. Natural language processing and neural networks, those things will be taken by Chirag Patel sir. Expert system and optimization techniques. See, this is a chapter or unit of advanced topics in artificial intelligence and moving towards machine learning. That is what is in chapter. So what me and Chirag sir decided that we are laying you a foundation for artificial intelligence, and now we want you to transit from artificial intelligence to machine learning. So you prepare a presentation on advanced topic from this unit, and that presentation itself is of 10 marks. So we will be giving you internal 10 marks just on the basis of the presentation from this particular chapter. We will be giving you the introduction, we will be teaching you these topics in lecture, but we also want that you prepare from your side for this advanced topic and present us with some new perspective of that topic. As a beginner, what is your perspective regarding this thing, this algorithms that is stated over here? Okay, so I will be sharing a Excel sheet with you people in which that your roll number will be there, and you have to write the advanced topic from this unit, and you have to prepare a 10 marks presentation on that and present it to us. It will be evaluated during your lab sessions. Okay, so any doubt about the syllabus? Anyone? Anyone is having any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if no doubt, then let me introduce to your textbooks. I recommend you to read your textbook, Ellen Rich and Kevin Knight. Most of the topics you will get from this book. If you're not, somewhere I will suggest that while teaching you that this topic I have prepared from Stuart J. Russell and Peter Norwich. The standard book is this, Stuart Russell and Peter Norwich, Artificial Intelligence, 3rd edition, A Modern Approach. But your textbook is Ellen Rich and Knight. And for a beginner, I insist you that you read this book, Ellen Rich and Knight first, and then go for Stuart Russell and Peter Norwich. Otherwise, you will be lost and you will be not getting track of topics. Somewhat language is difficult in Russell and Norwich. Okay. Introduction to Prolog Programming. This book is ebook. I'm not able to find it until now, but I have a hard copy. If I will not be successful in finding out the ebook, then I will provide you the scanned copy of this book. Okay, I will scan it myself, my textbook, and provide it to you. This is for the lab session, Prolog Programming, and the two books are for the theory sessions. The first book is quite enough to cover each and every topic from your syllabus. Now, where you will find this book? Let me just tell you. See this folder, reference book. I have already placed the copies and list so that you people can access it whenever you want to read something for it. So your Ellen Rich ebook and Russell and Norwich, this book is also placed over here. Okay. Now, coming to your evaluation method. Anybody is having any query regarding the syllabus? Some topics that you know and you might want to suggest to us? Or you are thinking that the syllabus is too lengthy, how we are going to complete it, how much we are going to complete before sessional 1 and how much we are going to complete before sessional 2? Anybody is having any query?
Yes, ma'am.
Having any query, any student? I guess not. Then. So let's discuss about your evaluation this semester. Okay. Your theory, as you know that it is of 100 marks, I'm dividing it as 30 marks internal and 70 marks university exam as standard format. Okay. You will be having two sessional exams, each of 30 marks. And this, out of 30, your effective marks will be 15 only. Okay, so what happens, what I'm going to do is that I'm having your marks of sessional 1, sessional 2, 30 plus 30, 60, and I'm going to divide it by 4. So out of 60, whatever the marks is, that is out of 15, whatever you will be getting, it will be placed. So sessional is having a weightage of 15 marks. Your sessional 1 and sessional 2 is having a weightage of 15 marks. Okay. The rest of the 15 marks out of your internal exam, okay, 5 marks we are going to provide you a theory assignment, and strictly the plagiarism is not allowed in the assignment. The reason for it, let me just share you the story recently we have faced at our institute. One company came to our campus. They took online aptitude exam and written exam to check the students' communication skills. What students did, they can't write a simple essay. They copied it from internet and pasted it and sent it to the company. But the company was not fool enough. They saw that this content is not possible for a student at this level to write it. Each and every student did the same thing. That was not possible. So the company told us that your students are lacking ethical values in them. They did this kind of plagiarism, and this is not accepted at our institute or organization. So we are not selecting any of your students. So to incorporate that kind of behavior, to incorporate ethics in you, that I will not be copying, I will be presenting original content to the faculty. We have kept one rubrics in your pedagogy evaluation, and if I'm presented with a plagiarized content, or if I'm presented with some copied work, five files, five files seems to be similar like each other. There is not a minor change. Five files having same programs in each other and not able to explain me also that same programs, then this is not going to happen. You will definitely lose your marks over there. Plagiarism will not be tolerated for this assignment. Okay. So 5 marks you will be having of assignment, 5 theory questions. They would be calculative, so I request it that please do not copy. As while evaluating your assignment, I will take your viva, and at that time, if you are not able to answer the questions which are in your assignment, if you have written and still you are not able to answer it, then definitely this 5 marks will not be considered. Okay. Presentation on advanced topic, I told you, 10 or it is of 10 marks. The unit 7 you have to choose it and present it. Okay. Lab evaluation. In lab, 50 marks is of practical, 25 marks is of internal exam, 25 marks is of external exam. So external exam, the format is fixed, 15 marks viva and 10 marks practical exam. Internal exam, what is the you are having is You people can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second, I'll just put speak. See, the system is taking a lot more time to join. If I'm at any moment I'm not audible to you, just point it out to me. Okay. So lab, as I showed you that there will be 10 marks for your lab manual and 15 marks for your project. Again, this semester I will be in this week or probably next week I will be sharing an Excel sheet in which you have to enter your name, uh, sorry, roll number and your project title. Okay. See, project at maximum two people are allowed in group. Not more than two people are allowed in group. So you can either do it individual, so minimum one and maximum two. That is up to you. And you have to consider that the project is of 15 marks only. And the project we have to do it is of AI only, no other. No machine learning is allowed over here. The project should be purely based artificial intelligence. Okay, it should not be machine learning. I will explain you a clear difference between what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning. So you, after understanding it, decide that ma'am is asking us to prepare artificial intelligence project, not machine learning project. Okay. So artificial intelligence project could be either a chatbot or the few issues that will be considering it during the semester. You can have the use algorithms which I will teach you and Chirag sir will teach you in this semester. And using that concept, that AI concept, you have to develop a application. A small application will be sufficed. Okay, you don't need to use make a very huge application for it. That is what I want to convey. Now, each practical how I will evaluate you, if I can show you, if my system just turn on, then I can easily show you that this is a way I can going to evaluate your practical. But just may share it with you verbally that there are 14 practicals in your artificial intelligence practical list. Each practical is of 10 marks. And how this 10 marks are divided? So there are five components. I have shared this with you in the folder. So after the lecture, you can take a look on it. So the first component is like what data structure out of 10 marks. 2 marks is of what data structure you are going to use to solve this particular AI problem. The second one is that what are the thinking skills, how much strong foundation of your AI concept is there, it is of 2 marks. The operations you are performing in the program, it is of 2 marks. So the same thing happens. Okay, my system has turned on. It will take me 5 minutes more to join it. Okay, just wait, students. Students, am I audible to you? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Student? Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, now
Yes,
I'm.
ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you so much, students. Just quickly, I'm sharing you the screen. Okay. See, I was talking about this rubrics that teach practical in your lab manual. So weekly evaluation of your practical file will be there. 2 marks will be for methodology you have used, 2 marks for AI concept, model development 2 marks, thinking skills 2 marks, and operations 2 marks. That sums up to 10 marks for the lab manual. Each practical, and then I will calculate the average. Project is 3 marks for the definition you are identifying it, which AI concept you are going to use it, model development, incorporation of suggestions provided by faculty. So we are going to evaluate your project monthly, and each month we will give you some suggestions. If you are incorporating it, then well and good. If you are not incorporating it, so you need to give us a reason that because of this. And at last, the presentation skills. It's like selling your project to somebody. The interview, it says the same thing, that you need to sell yourself within 2 minutes so that the opposite person can offer you a good package. Presentation evaluation would be like organization of contents, the flow of presentation 2 marks, the content you are placing in your presentation of 2 marks, how you are delivering it of 2 marks, creativity, making good presentations, creative presentations is of 2 marks, and length of presentation is of 2 marks. This particular activity is introduced to enhance your communication and presentation skills. Because next semester you will be having project presentations, and that is the only subject you need to score it, and presentation is of 150 marks over there minimum. Assignment, then timely submission is of 2 marks, uniqueness is of 5 marks. I will be putting more emphasis on no plagiarism, and then question and answer viva by me. So it sums up to 10 marks, but effective marks will be 5. I will divide it by 2 to get your effective marks. Okay. This is what my plan of evaluation this semester. So you know the pedagogy that you now have 2 sessional exams, you now have one project in AI, you have one presentation in theory, and one theory assignment is there. So this is how, this much you have to work in AI subject. Now anybody is having any query regarding this and anything they want to share with me with the subject with respect to the pedagogy and all. Anybody wants to give their view, it's an open communication. I'm not going to criticize you or scold you for that. See, I'm not a strict person. I'm not at all a strict person. If you ask our seniors, I'm not a strict person. But when it comes to behavior and attitude, I become strict. So if you are giving me a wrong answer, I will definitely encourage you for a good answer, motivate you. But if you are behaving in a way which you are not supposed to behave with the faculty, then that would I would never come adjust it with. Okay. So the only thing I request is you that you have to have a very good behavior and attitude towards what you are studying in this subject, and me, a positive one. Otherwise, if you give me a wrong answer in class, I will encourage you for a better answer. But I would never even tell you in front of whole class that you are giving a wrong answer. That is my attitude. I am always going to accept the answers that you are going to give. In fact, I will appreciate a wrong answer than better than a copied one. If you are giving me a perfect answer but that is copied, I would not appreciate it. But if you are giving me a wrong answer, that which is your original contents, and if you are showing that I have put 100% efforts to find a good answer but I didn't get it, that is highly appreciated. Okay, so earning marks is important. You don't want donation from my side of marks. Anything else student want
Ma'am,
to
can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you record the upcoming sessions of that particular lectures if possible, so we can refer it later for our practice?
That is what I don't tend to do with my subjects, because I insist students taking notes when I speak. I insist student listening to me very carefully. For the practice sessions, I really don't like you. It's my perspective. There is no meaning on recording any session, because every time I would be a different one. I would be presenting with a different perspective, and if you are not listening to me within that particular period of time, how are you going to tolerate me for the next 45 minutes when you are at home alone and referring it to again? Better you have a notes, because referring and recording a session means that most of the students will put a practice that if we skip over here, we will refer it to later on. But what about the attentiveness that you need to have at this moment of time? So recording the session, I don't appreciate that practice. But if some important topic is there, yes. But I would definitely, if you ask me at the end of semester that we want a revision lecture, take it once again. We want you to teach it once again to us. Then I will definitely say yes for it. I will put a slot from now that you want 3 times revision. I will deliver you 3 times revision lecture. I have no problem with that. But recording the session, it is a very wrong practice according to me. Okay, I hope I have answered your question.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Now just tell you, my teaching technique is quite traditional, as you know, like 7 years of experience in this field. The online teaching is this way. But since I have observed that when you provide students or spoon feed students with everything and not letting them do anything on their own, they don't have the courage to face it on it. Like in company, if you say, in industry, if you say something like this, that I was in the meeting but I still need a recorded session of your meeting, how will your boss react to you? Why you were not attentive? Why you are not making notes when I was speaking? Why I there is a need? Because it can be used in many other ways also. Somewhere, like, there are many ways of using that content also, that which not supports. Okay, so it's a better practice that when I'm speaking during the lectures, I will be teaching you from book and PPT. Okay, my PPT, and I will be pointing out things. I will be providing you to please make your notes. That is my humble request. If some session I feel that students are very less due to some activity, then I will definitely record it. Because if you are busy with some activity at the institute, you are busy with some online function that we are organizing for you, debate competition or etc., definitely you are not going to attend the lecture. And at that time, I know that the student is busy with him, so the student was not present. So I will definitely record that session for you, as I know there is a genuine reason for you to not attend or pay attentiveness in the lecture. That is a complete case I'm going to do. And if it is a very important topic, then also I will record. Other than this, any question? So this folder will be uploaded by me today. I've already taken 5 more minutes of your lecture. I'm very sorry for that, for taking 5 minutes of your break. Thank you. Students will meet next week for the introduction of AI. Shall I terminate the meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a nice day, students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. It really shows us how Ash is growing as a trainer. Courthouse Arena was disguised as Ash was able to hold her